not bring him back? How many of you guys are Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fans? Well, then let's get him up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason David Frank.
How's everybody doing today? Good? All right. Well, I would say welcome to Dallas, but I'm the one welcome to Dallas because I just got in today. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to be here again. I was here in May, so it's exciting. Are you all on my Facebook page? Yes? All right. Yeah, Instagram. That reminds me, I do need to take an Instagram picture. Well, welcome to the Q&A. Obviously, I'll hope to have the answers to your questions, maybe. I know some of the guys are asking about the Pink Ranger stuff, but, you know. All right, it's kind of dark. All right. Don't worry, I won't forget you all. I'll just load this up first. All right, so everybody, what's new? Another Comic-Con. Are you guys excited to get away again? Yeah? Seems like... Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm excited to be here. What have I got going on? I've got a lot of different stuff going on. Working on the... we are definitely working on the Green Ranger film there. And so, a few little technical details. I'll get you guys so I don't forget you all. Yeah. All right. And working on, last time I was here, I was talking about my reality show called It's My Morphin Life. We've been filming from January. The last episode I'm filming is October. So we finally got that out. I'll give you details of where you can find that and where that's going to be. Bat in the Sun, if you guys know who they are. Really good. If you love comic books or superheroes, you got to watch it. I just watched the Superman versus Thor. Like, in theory, which superhero can beat the other superhero? That's pretty much what it's about. And then the fans vote, and then that's it. Then they die. And so we did I'm going to record this so I can have some for my Facebook. That's right. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Let me see. All right, so we're talking about Bat in the Sun right now. We're talking about the White Ranger versus Scorpion. And we're going to take a little vote right now because that episode is coming out soon. And let's just take a little vote. First, we will hear by crowd. We will hear the winner of Scorpion. We'll hear White Ranger. Off with your head. This guy does great work. I mean, if you've seen what he works with and stuff like that, I mean, you'd be amazed how talented of a director he is. I teamed up with him to team up as one of the executives on my reality show because his guys are phenomenal. His art guys, people that, and you guys can feel free to post this to my page so I can send it to him and send it to the guys that work on it. He has a special effects guy that lives in Ukraine, and he's actually paralyzed, but he can use his arms and stuff like that. And he just does amazing effects. Like, he just loves to do that because he's at a computer all day long. So they really got a good team of people. And the footage I have is I have world record footage. I have Thailand footage, my wife fighting footage. Lexington, we covered Lexington Comic-Con. Then I have an episode of Super Mega Force where you'll get a chance to see behind-the-scene filmings, all that stuff. Then I have a 20th year reunion at my house where I brought all the Power Rangers to my house, and we all just, some were a little too drunk. I don't drink, but some were. And so lots of bleeping on that one. And then we have, after that, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu / Muay Thai episode for, Black Belt Television, something like that. And then the last episode I'm shooting now is going to go into October with I was scared of hot air balloons. I try to get people past their fears. The last two fears I have, well, there's a lot of things, but hot air balloons, I always, as a kid, I don't know, I just couldn't stand hot air balloons, and I always freaked out, of clowns, so I was thinking how it would be terrible to be stuck, in a hot air balloon with, clowns. Can't land, you can't jump, so I'm going to decide to jump the hot air balloon dressed as a clown. So that's going to be to get over the fears. So I'll be jumping that hot air balloon in October. And then we filmed the last couple days. My wife has an injury from skydiving and just fighting and tunnels and all that stuff. So her leg really swelled up. So she's been in the hospital the last few days. And I didn't post it because I don't want people to be like, what, you know. She's getting out today, but they drained her leg and all that stuff. So we were filming about the interference of her jumping with me in October a little bit. But I think she should be okay. It wasn't nothing too major or surgery or anything like that. But she's supposed to be here today. But anyway, that's why she's not here today. So I got Jenna running around somewhere. I don't know where she's at. Jenna nowhere? I probably lost her again. I hate when that happens. All right. Anyway, so we'll start with any questions or... You know, and if I have the answers for you guys. Oh, yeah, we're going to line up at the where? I can't even, this reminds me of like the White Light episode, you know, where it was just like, who's it going to be? And it was like, oh, yeah, baby. And everyone like, oh, it sucks. Austin was like, oh, dude, that sucks. Anyway, so you get to line up at the microphone. Right over, yeah, or okay, there's two of them. Great. All right, so we'll just go back and forth, like one mic, two mic, three, you know, back and forth. All right, we'll start with you first.
I think they might have...
Oh, start with you. I didn't see you. Blinded by the light. There we go. He's going to have to jump and be like, I have a question that I want to ask you. What's up, buddy?
You're bad Power Ranger.
He said you're the best Power Ranger.
Huh? Oh, thank you, buddy. I thought you were asking me the question, and I didn't want to be like, well, yes, I am. But but thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thanks.
You're the best Power Ranger.
Oh, thank you. You guys are awesome. Passing down the generations. Remember we were all at that age and we were talking about Power Rangers. Everybody was like, what? Quit watching that show. It's violent. Blah, 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 blah.
That's funny.
All right, so we'll go over here and then we'll go back.
That's a pretty hard act to follow right there. My question is about the Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
So how many episodes are you going to be back for? Is it just going to be like a quick one or two?
Yeah, they're, you know, because the some of the footage, yeah, like a couple of them, they're the problem with that is they can make a whole another show on that. And they have a very limited time, very limited story time to tell. So sometimes you guys might be a little confused on what really happened in Super Mega Force as far as the diehard fans. Now, the kids, they don't know any different. Oh, yeah, but now that you are educating them on Netflix, and they're probably going to start having a lot more questions. But in their mind, they just think that kids are going to watch, and they'll just think, you know, the old Power Rangers are back, and that's that. So as a diehard fan, the storyline might be a little, because I didn't know why I was going back as the Green Ranger when I was Dr. Oliver, and you know, why I was the White Ranger in it, and then why I was just there. I was like, there's me over there, and that's me too, and that's me over there. So it was one of those episodes to make me say, So, but that'd be next year. And the good thing is it's obviously opened up a lot of communication doors with Saban and me and the fans and how they're, you know, embracing the Green Ranger. And you guys I've always embraced my character, and you guys always, you know, embrace it. And I just think because I look back sometimes and I wonder, like, why the Green Ranger is so popular. Not because of me or anything like that. I mean, if I was a jerk, I'm sure I wouldn't be that popular. But just in general, I think because he was an evil ranger, he was the loner, he saved the day and stuff like that, and then eventually became the leader, because that was never part of the show. I was hired to do 10 episodes, and I was going to be out. You know what I mean? I was willing to do the best I could, and willing to leave best I can, I guess. And it just ended up to be, you know, something that was great. And 20 years later, you know, here we are, you know, asking questions. You probably never would have knew that 20 years ago to actually be here. I'm going to be in Dallas with them. It's like, what? You know, but little kids are, I'm going to grow up to be a Power Ranger. You're like, okay, buddy. And they really do. It's just weird, you know? But yes.
Yeah, man, you're the reason I grew long hair.
Thank you.
But no, I had two questions. One, how far along is the movie, the Green Ranger Power movie, and are you going to bring anybody back? And if you had a fatality between you and Scorpion, if you fought as White Ranger, what would it be?
I'll definitely kill Scorpion. I mean, you know, vitality. I don't know. I'll definitely kill him. But as far as the Green Ranger movie, as far as where that's at right now, it's like into the development stage, but we still have to clear it with Saban. There's a lot of things, but it's to the point now where, you know, Haim, Saban, and everyone else, it would be silly not to say, okay, let's do this, you know, because the way I got it lined up, you know, and Bat and Son's involved as well, the way I got it lined up is just, it's too hard to say no to the deal. And it's, for me, it was never about the money. It's not about, okay, now I want X amount of dollars. It's not. It's just too hard to pass up, you know, like, even with you guys, for the fans, honestly, I enjoy doing Super Mega Force just to just see fans' reactions and stuff, and it only took me a week to film, and you know, I could have been sitting at home and doing nothing, which I never do. I'm always on social media or traveling and reaching out to people. I just feel like we got one life and we got to fill it as best as we can, and there's really no downtime. You know, we got 86,400 seconds a day, but who's counting? And you have to, like, you know, value those seconds, and the people that drain you, the people that are drama, the people that just annoy you, like, you got to get your seconds back because they're just time robbers. They're just stealing your seconds away from you. You know what I mean? So,
Thank you, Tommy.
thank you, buddy. Okay.
Hi, really big fan. Long time ago, I think it was earlier this year, that you broke the world record for skydiving and breaking logs in air. Do you think you're going to end up breaking your own record?
You know what? I don't really know, man. Like, that's just something. I just get into fun things. I mean, right now I moved on to base jumping. I'm jumping a bridge in November. It's like a 480-foot bridge, just for fun. And other stuff, you know. I mean, I got. You know, I'm continuing training. I want to see some other. You know, the way I do is I love to accomplish things, and then there's other goals. You know what I mean? And I just love skydiving. It was one of those things that I never practiced for. It was just, I mean, I can do 20 easy, no problem, and I probably will when I have the time. It just, you know, I just did it, and it was like I didn't have to do it again. I never practiced it. I didn't know how it felt and stuff. But I'm doing a lot of free fly and some super hard stuff right now that I'm working on. Working on another world record that I'll keep posting on my Facebook page that will be broken and stuff like that. So,
All right, thank you.
thank you, buddy.
Hello. Mine's a little bit different. I'm actually going to wonder how, with all that you do, all the places that you go, with all that time, how do you keep your family together and keep Jenna in school?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Well, she didn't go to school. What is today for today? And just the reason is because her mom's in the hospital and stuff. And we usually balance it out a little bit, but she's a good girl. We get tutoring, and you know, this is really nothing compared to being a kid actor. I was never a kid actor. People say, how does it feel when you're a kid actor? I wasn't. I was 19. I was a man. You know, if you're 18, you're a man. You need to grow up and realize that you take your own responsibility, and it is what it is. When you're 18, you're just a man, and I was a man at that time, taking care of my own stuff. So it's not a hard schedule like these Olsen twins did when they were filming, or even little Blake that filmed Turbo. He was on set being, you know, tutored and all. She's a good girl. She's smart. We do a little bit of tutoring, and when we do miss a day, we try to make it up. But most of the time, I do travel alone. I mean, you know, like this week or this month, she'll only be here at Dallas Comic-Con, and then I got New York Comic-Con coming up, and then I got Wizard World Tennessee, and then I got the Arizona balloon jump. So that's going to be 4 weeks, and then I got the next week, which is Canada, the next week Rhode Island, and then maybe Argentina. But other than that, it's very hard. So when I get home, I try to pull the family together for 3 or 4 days, and that's what I mean. Like, the people that stress you out is I have no time for any of that because I got limited time with my family and pulling everything together. I think on a big kick this year to be drama-free and just don't waste time. There's no sense to keep talking to someone 10 times about the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like on the phone call where you got to be like, oh, that's great. Have you ever heard this noise before? But, yeah. I forgot who was next over here. You were? Mm-hmm. Okay.
First of all, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And second of all, what's your favorite tattoo that you have?
My favorite tattoo, probably be 2 things. My brother, his name on the back of my arm, which because he played my brother on Zio, David Trueheart, and he passed away. So I put that on the back of his arm, back of my arm to remember him. And then obviously I got my wife's name there because she helped me get through my brother's death. And then I got Jenna on the chest there. So I would say those are the most, all the other ones just cool artwork. I usually go into a tattoo guy and say, hey, you got something cool? And be like, yeah, I'll make something. Don't worry about it. And then I just see it after. I'm like, yeah, wow. Or you spelled my name wrong, stuff like that. I would probably say, thank you. You're amazing, too. Such a grown-up girl. All right, yes.
Hello, Tommy boy.
How are you?
two things. One, how does it feel to literally squeeze back into the suit again? And
That's
two,
okay.
wait, and two, wait. Wait, actually, I'll just wait for you to answer the question.
It was custom made, so I didn't have to squeeze in anything. Just build it around my body, baby.
And this one, I don't know if this is too much for this, but can I hear your battle cry? You know, when you do your jump kick?
Oh, like a ki?
Yeah.
Because a battle cry would be like, I lost. I lost. Why did I lose? Why did my dragon sword lose? Why? Kimberly. All right. I call that a battle cry. Then I call a ki. That's it right there. The photo op tomorrow, I'm doing a Green Ranger photo op. I'm not too sure the time of it, but that is the suit. Well, at least the spandex and all the other stuff that I wore on Super Mega Force, because that stuff just secretly disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. But, yes, that will be tomorrow. Anyway, I just want to get my time straight here so I know what's going on tomorrow. Today, I think I have a Q&A, or, yeah. I have a Q&A. I have after this, I'll be at my table for a little bit, for a little limited time there, and then I got a VIP meet and greet at 6:30. VIP meet and greets are a little bit different, like 20, 30 people. I'm sure there's a couple spots left, but it's just more of a private. We take pictures and sign stuff. And I usually did that at bigger cons when I do VIP meet and greets, because sometimes we get overwhelmed with, like, you know, I can't get to everyone's questions, and they were like, is there any way we can? I was like, we'll do a private little Q&As. And then after that, I'll be back at my table till 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow, I don't have a Q&A or anything like that, just the Green Ranger photo op at 1 p.m. And this is just to refresh my memory. And then a VIP tomorrow, of course, at 6:30. Now I'm refreshed. There we go. All right, so we have a question over here? Okay.
He wants to know, out of all the Power Rangers, which one's your favorite?
My favorite? You all can pick any color that I was, because some are like, I'm sorry, man, Zeo was my favorite. It's like, why are you saying sorry? It's me. Who cares? You know what I mean? I was like, you know, girl coming up saying sorry. Oh, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But, whatever. But yeah, I would probably say green just because it was the first one. But the white one's kind of like rubbing off on me a little bit too. So it just really all depends. But I would probably say green. And I like all of them, though. All of them is just different, you know? Different personalities, because I have like 7 or 8 of them. No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
Hello, Jason.
Hi.
I wanted to know. You did Turbo the movie, and then you went into the series. I know you left. You guys left. Was it up to you to leave? You guys to leave, or was it Saban? And did you know going into the movie that you guys were leaving? What was up with that?
It was my decision to leave, but it wasn't my decision for everyone to get fired. You know what I mean? I went in there all I went in there for is to try to get, you know, have the owner visit the set to meet the actors that they've never met before for one whole entire year. See, when I first started, it was that, you know, we eat and go to limo and make you a big star. And I met Haim and hung out with Haim, Shuki, and then all of a sudden as the show went on, there was probably more demand on them to do other business stuff and less being around on set. So my simple thing was to go in there because they were asking, don't worry, I'll get them on set. So I went in there to ask, hey, you need to come to set a little bit more. And I don't need to come to set. I'll just pay more money. And I said, it's not about the money for me. So you're not going to go to set and visit them and all. I'm just too busy and blah, blah, blah. I'll just throw you money. And I said, okay, I'm out. I mean, I don't need no more money. I'm out. And so he said, if I leave, they're going to fire everybody. And so I had a lot of pressure on me. You know what I mean? I wanted to leave while the show was on top. I didn't really like the way the show was going, to be honest with you. You know, we went an $80 million movie to an $8 million movie. And it wasn't nothing like that. It's just we worked 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. There was no time for anything at all, and we're talking 5-6 years straight. So it was just, you know, work, work, work. There was no time to even see anything on TV or, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was my decision to leave. I don't regret anything. There's a lot of other Rangers that regret maybe going on strike and asking for more money. That was never me. I never asked for more money. All I wanted was more pats on the back. Hey, you're doing a good job. I think as I train my staff, that's what they want more than money. They want to work for someone who really appreciates them and tells them every day, you're doing a good job, just like if someone gives you confidence, your partner or whatever. You know, it stinks when you don't get confidence from your partner. And sorry, men, women, I'm probably hosing you right now, but it's the truth. You know, you want your partner, your man or your woman or your husband or wife to build you up, not build you down. And it's the same thing for me in all relationships.
Okay.
And, I just saw a girl smack a guy. Is that okay? No, I'm just kidding.
And the last thing is, I saw the Dire Rangers and the Super Mega Force trailer. Gosei is the name of the Dire Rangers series. So if you can blink once, if you're bringing back the Dire Rangers or Super Mega Force, because the White Ranger is a Dire Ranger. So if you can just blink, confirming that.
I don't really even know, man. I would blink. I would if I knew. There's a lot of things I don't know what's going on right now. There's a lot of lines in there that were cut and people that were cut as I was reading the script. Delete, cut, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right. First of all, I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Second,
it's so funny because, I cut my own hair. I mean, a lot of people, I don't tell anybody, but when I got my hair cut from being long, I wanted to, go somewhere and, see where I can get my hair. I was really worried about it because I had long hair my whole life. And I went to a guy that cut Lorenzo Lamas' hair, and I was like, are you any good? I was like, I'm really concerned about it. But he cut my hair, and after that day, for years and years ago, I just cut my own hair. And I was complaining about it with Bat in the Sun. We were filming some stuff for, the interviews for the White Ranger and Scorpion. And the way I cut my hair is I spike it, and then I take scissors, and I just, shape it, kind of. And the other night, it was getting a little out of control, so I just kind of shaped it today a little bit, but I'm going to have to go in there and I cut my own hair. But anyway, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
And I was just wondering, who is your daughter's favorite Power Ranger?
My daughter's favorite, well, she's going to say me, but, just because she don't want to make me feel bad. She met Johnny and liked Johnny Bosch, and then, of course, she loves Catherine, because Catherine, she doesn't know Amy at all, but she knows Catherine, and I think that she might not like Kimberly because, I kissed her and stuff, and so she's, a little upset about that. And then me and Catherine never really kissed, so she's, you're okay, you're not trying to be my mommy type of thing. So I would say Catherine is probably her favorite Ranger.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Joey Zavala, Ninja Ambassador. We know about your martial arts background and all that good stuff, Williams and Fearless and skydiving and all that. Could we see you take on Midoriyama on American Ninja Warrior?
I'll take anyone on. It's just every time I say yes, no one calls me. CM Punk says yes, he don't call me. Van Damme don't call me. All the other people don't call me. I even wanted to spar Anderson Silva for a fund, little foundation for raising money for inner city kids. I had that going on in Brazil. I don't get a call from him. I don't get calls, man. It's terrible. Austin disappeared a long time ago when I mentioned anything about him. Still hiding somewhere. But, okay.
That was kind of my question. I was going to ask if you had any MMA fights scheduled. Or
I want to get something big, though. You know what I mean? I want to do a big fight that's going to be seen by a lot of people. I'm tired of the YouTube fights. I'm tired of, and I know I worked my way up. I've had 7 fights already. I've worked my way up. The only problem is that the promoters, they don't care, so they just care about your all money. Will you come see Jason at this event? It's I want to do an event that can be seen on TV and a good network and, a worthy opponent, someone that you guys can know instead of who's this guy. Someone you could be like, oh, yeah, CM Punk, Jason Frank, they're fighting? Oh, heck yeah, I got to tune this fight in. That's what I'm really looking for. So that's why I'm staying in shape and, tipping the scale at 200 so I can drop to 185 if I have to or go up to 205, somewhere into the middle there. That's why I'm always fitness here. So whose turn? Your turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to say, I got into martial arts because of you and because of the Rangers. I've been wanting to get back into it again. I wanted to ask you, what is a good martial art that not only challenges physically but challenges mentally as well?
You know what? I would say all martial arts is good. I'm a firm believer that all martial arts is good. I'm a firm believer that all churches are good, but I'm also a firm believer on who develops the message, who tells you the message. Can you relate to that person? Can you understand them? Are you understanding what they're saying? Or you go to church falling asleep when someone back in the day, or you're really into Joel Osteen or Creflo Dollar, that you listen and you get motivational stuff beyond biblical principles. And I think it's the same thing with karate, is that you have to find an instructor who, number one, is good. Number two, I think, who is in shape, because don't make me do 1,000 push-ups if you can't do 1,000 push-ups. Sorry, no offense. And someone that has a good attitude. Now, if someone is out of shape as an instructor due to an injury or a lot of hard time training, that's not a problem. but you can't preach fitness here to me if you're not fit. Don't tell me not to eat pancakes when I see you at Waffle House. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't eat pancakes at Waffle House anyway because Waffle House don't have pancakes, so it doesn't really matter. So, but I think someone that you just need to connect with, someone that passes the message. Because remember, the messages you're getting from me through karate is passed on from generation to generation. So if the stuff don't work, it's not my fault. It's your fault. But it's passed down from generation to generation. Now, what I'm working on is where I can train people online, like legitimately train people online. You know, offer like some free lessons, and I can have a program that I can connect to anyone around the world, and you guys can log on at a certain time and take classes and stuff. There's a lot of people that want to train with me from different states and around the country, so I'm developing this thing that's going to be out there soon. It's just a matter of, you know, when and all that stuff. So I know it's a long answer, but that's just my feelings on it. You should hear when I'm in a room full of high-ranking black belts that own like 2,000 schools, and I say the same thing I just said. I just exit the back door because they all just want to kill me. You know? First, you all need to be in shape, and they're like, you mother, I'm going to smack you right now. I'll be out the back if you all need me anyway.
All right, with everything you've been doing and just how busy you are, what is the key to like staying in shape and not like letting yourself go because of stress?
Yeah, you know, I stress out a lot, you know what I mean? And I usually travel with some pre-cooked meals. Now listen, when I'm on tour, I don't eat, and it's not a good thing not to eat because your body will, you know, there's anabolic and catabolic. Catabolic means that your body eats itself, and anabolic means you continue to grow muscles. So if I have a protein shake now, I go into anabolic stage where I'm feeding my muscles, and if I don't eat for more than 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 hours, or in fact, if you're one of those persons that say, hey, I never eat, I don't understand, it's because your body's eating itself, and the body eats the muscles. And so that's not a good thing either. But I think the biggest thing for me is, like, I worked out this morning, I didn't want to, is discipline. That's the, you know, I'm my own boss on these conventions. I'm my own boss at my schools. I'm my own boss everywhere. At home, I'm the boss. No, I'm not. She's just not here, whatever. My daughter's not here either. But anyway, you know, and being your own boss, having the discipline is very easy just to wake up and say, I don't want to do that today. I ain't coming in work today. Well, let me call the boss. Hello, that's me. You know what I mean? So I think discipline is the biggest thing that you can have to stay committed to relationships, to stay committed maybe not to drinking, stay committed maybe not to smoking, stay committed not to eat a whole entire brownie or hamburger. Trust me, like I'm eating so clean right now that I saw a picture of The Rock on my Facebook, like 150 days clean, and he was cut up, and he allowed himself, like, what was it, like 20 pancakes, 6 pizzas, and like 20 brownies because he had a cheat day. He just like, you know, your body goes into shock sometimes. But I had a little tiny bite of my little girl's cheeseburger today, and I was like, that's it, put it outside, I'm done. You know, so discipline sometimes is the hardest. And, you know, I know how people are like, well, I don't want to look at the scale. I'm happy with what I am and who I am. That's great. But we all need numbers, and we all need goals. You can't just say, oh, I'm not looking at my bank account. I'll just pay rent more. What do you mean mortgage rent didn't go through? Have you looked at the account? No, I'm not really into it. I mean, I feel the account's good. So let's just buy that. You know what I mean? You have to look at numbers. So my scale doesn't lie. It will tell me how I can live that month. If I cheat a little meal, how I, you know, protein. So, you know, if I hit a scale at, like, for me, I have to walk at 200. I just have to. Because if I have to get to 185, it's going to kill me. But if I get to 205, it'd be all right. But I have to stay with my numbers. And that's why, like, I showed a picture on my scale today of the Instagram because 5 pounds were off, and it took me a while to get back to that. And if you don't climb back to where you're at, it's 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 30 pounds, to the point of there's no sense to try. It's easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape, and I think everyone would agree. Working out sucks. It does. Running, working out stinks. Sorry for the language, little kids, but it does. And nobody wants to do it. A lot of boxers don't even like to do road work. So the best thing you can do is discipline your mind and say, okay, for 30 days, I'm not going to try to eat junk food. Or for 30 days, I'm giving up the fries. And see if you can do it. And then when you don't do it, hold yourself accountable and call yourself a failure. People say, oh, never do that. I do. Because I don't want to fail something. So that's what I do. And it really, like, you know what I mean? That's what really got me through. Even the touring around and traveling, it's a lot of discipline. You know, I drove here today, and my wife's in the hospital, and I'm, you know, stressed out, not sleeping, so trust me. And stress can catch up to you real quick. I'm totally stressed, and people say I'm going to lose my hair and get gray hair. I don't have gray hair. I'm like 40, so maybe they're wrong about that. I don't know. But, like, you know, I should totally be like McFly right now, as much stress as I have.
All right, thank you.
But, thanks.
Yeah, my question is, are you going to be involved with the MMPR fan film?
No, the fan film we talked about, that's not a licensed film. There's nothing they're going to get out of that film. They're not bringing no original. That's why I'm working on my original series that's actually backed by Saban. A lot of people do fan films, but like in my idea, if I did a Kickstarter project or a program, I want to give back to people. That movie technically and legally can't make any money, which is fine. So all the investors are just... And then they're promising to bring all these other guys back. They're not. All these other guys are union. No one's coming back. Lord Zed's doing the voice. Big deal. Then they're recasting all the other Power Rangers and putting different people in. Who wants to see a Joe Blow guy playing Tommy? It's not going to work. And that's why I'm really keen on working out an original series. And if I want to bring someone back to the show, I can get them. You know what I mean? And that's what's important. And it's not licensed, so you can't do the film and then go back to Saban and say, hey, can you give me the rights? Because they feel violated already. What do you mean, can I give you the rights? You've already stole the rights. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the fan film. And I know there's a lot of hype and pump on it, but after we get stuff done doing with Bat in the Sun, you guys are going to be shocked on what we're doing. And we're doing an original movie, too, not just a Green Ranger movie, and that's definitely going to happen. And it's a superhero-ish movie, and you guys are really going to like it. I mean, I enjoy watching the What If superhero would beat who's superhero up, you know, because I like Wolverine. I like watching the different episodes and then watching people's reaction. That's so not true, dude. That so wouldn't happen. Thor's like, wait, Superman. You know, it's just awesome to hear. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I just want to say, big fan. I've been watching you since I was like this tall.
Thank you, buddy.
Going back to what you said about CM Punk, would he be the only like competitor or athlete that you want to fight against?
No, he wouldn't. It's just I think a lot of technical. I mean, I don't really have someone to mention because like Anderson Silva, like you know, I have his tattoo on my foot, and you know, like I look up to the guy, so it wasn't like I was challenging him to fight and disrespect. You know, I just wanted to spar, you know, make a fundraiser and just get back because I miss fighting, and but I'm also on tour. Which means that, you know, I need 8 weeks of nothing, no social media, no nothing. I just got to disappear for 8 weeks. And the only reason that is because if something happens and you lose, you can't blame nothing. It's like you put in 8 hard weeks, you know, and that's what I'm tired of people listening. Well, you know, I lost that fight because I only had 3 weeks into it. Then don't fight if you only had 3 weeks because you're using an excuse. And it's hard for me to disappear for 8 weeks. You know what I mean? So, but I would like to set something and know, okay, next July, this is the guy I'm fighting, and this way I could tone back a little bit and then start focusing on my fighting again. But I do really miss it. You know what I mean? And I mean, punching people in the face is fun. You know what I mean? You know when you punch your husband in the face or something, this would feel good, fun, right? All right. Thank you. Hopefully I answered your question.
No, yeah, you did.
All right, buddy. It's kind of hard to see you guys in the light. It's like, what? The White Ranger episode. Yes.
What's going down? How are you?
Good, buddy. Thanks for coming.
First of all, I'm sorry to hear about your wife. I'll be praying for her.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
I will pray
man.
for her right now, but I don't want to upset nobody.
No, thank you, buddy.
With Jesus.
That's all right, man. Well, thank you, buddy. Trust me, I deal with that all the time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Secondly, you said that you weren't supposed to be on for more than 10 seasons back in the day, correct?
10 episodes.
Was that your decision to stay?
No, it just happened to be how my character was. And honestly, it was probably a lot of my personality, too, because it wasn't like, I need this much money. I mean, you have to understand, when you go on strike for $1 million an episode, who gets $1 million an episode? You guys are like, I mean, something's going on. And for me, I was like, always like, nah, it's cool. I mean, they're like, well, you know, we'll pay you. I was very well taken care of at Saban. Maybe other people weren't, but I can't sit in a panel with everyone else complaining and whining, because if you're complaining and whining, let's put all your finances together with everyone else in the audience. Everyone here would do what we're doing and not complain. And I'm a big, firm believer on that. So when it came to the point of being the leader, they're like approaching, they're like, we'd like to take your character. I was like, yeah, it's cool. One way or another. If I'm in one episode, cool. If I'm in 10, cool. If I'm in 200, great. I mean, I'm a hard worker, And I think that's what they liked about me is I'm very professional. I'm a hard worker. I, love reaching out to the kids. I was the guy that any interview, oh, can I do the interview? Those other guys, I don't want to do it. Can I do it? Everyone's like, oh, my God, Jason, Like, I'm tired. We're closed at 12. Can we interview right now? Yeah. I was like, all right. So I did all the interviews. I just liked it. And it wasn't like I posted something on my Facebook. Like, it's not about the fame or the money or anything like that, It has nothing to do with that. I mean, I sincerely do like what I do. And that's why I try to tell people that if you're passionate about what you do, follow the passion, don't follow the money. Because if you follow the money road, you're not going to succeed. But if you follow the passion road and say, yeah, I love doing this, that's why a lot of times now a lot of people are like, cons. Yes, I can do cons. How much money do you make? I'm like, forget it. That ain't about that. You know what I mean? It's about really enjoying it because I think people can feel it. And that's what, with my karate school, I have 1,000 students. And at my school, I don't contract. At my school, I don't charge belt testing fees. And do they stay with me? Absolutely, 100% they stay with me because my guys are passionate about what we do. We're not, tomorrow yellow belt, $50. Tomorrow orange belt, $50. Nope, you stay, no contract. I don't contract people. And it relieves pressure off people. So like if you have, if you're a designer or a costume designer or an artist or whatever you want to do, you got to follow your passion. You can't listen to people, what are you doing that for? Because imagine who would listen to this. What are you skateboarding for? You're never going to go nowhere in life. Yeah, Tony Hawk's like, what's up now? Do you need a house? You want me to buy you one? Not. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just got to follow your passion. That's all. So I followed my passion and stuck with them and worked hard. I mean, I would work with cameras and lighting, and I would help the crew move tables. I mean, the stuff I did was not normal what actors did. I don't consider myself an actor. When I was behind the scenes, don't talk to extras. I was entertaining all the extras. I was probably getting them all in trouble, and I said, I got it. Don't worry about it. I get it. And they're like, you're not supposed to talk. I said, don't worry. So it was just kind of a lot of that going on. Hollywood can really just pump your head up and, start demanding things. It was never like that for me. I'd rather hang out with the truck drivers than the actors. You know what I mean?
That's cool. The question is, what's the rest of them doing? Because really the only one I've seen after 20 years is you.
Well, I'm not too sure with all the other ones. I know Amy's working a lot. I know a lot of them, Steve has a karate school. A lot of other ones do this for a living, and I don't. And I'm kind of glad. And
whatever happened to Jason?
I don't know, man. I think he's an EMT. I mean, he's good. He's a hero. Imagine getting your life saved by the Red Ranger. That's great. Mouth to mouth. Oh, my God. You're the Red Ranger, But, and he's kind of gone a little bit, but I don't know. It's just what it is. It's very hard when you try to turn back the clocks and then say, hey, guys, how are you? I haven't seen you in like 10 years, but you want to buy my autograph? It's like, no, not really. You know what I mean? You got to embrace it the whole entire time. Because if I was Amy Jo, which I'm not, I only do pink on the weekends from like 12 to 2 a.m. But if I'm just kidding. But if I was, I would be promoting the breast cancer. I'd have a really cool Power Ranger, cool Pink Ranger breast cancer slogan, because she was the Pink Ranger. She can influence a lot of people and a lot of younger people to be aware. But it's just what I do. I think reaching out to the fans and talking to the fans and actually spending a lot of time on social media. When people come see me, it's not to see me for an autograph. It's a relationship because I remember I've posted, or if you all need to post, regardless of if you buy anything or not, I don't care. You could post and I'll always get back to you. So Facebook's a two-sided fence. You guys pump me up. Yeah, I pump you up. It's it keeps me motivated to wake up and run in the morning and say, oh, I gotta post 2013 fitness year. Get up, it's time to run. Let's post. Click. So you all keep me motivated too. I know you had a question. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. God bless
I've had totally a crush on you when I was little.
Thank you.
But I have a silly little question. Do you ever miss your hair?
No, my hair was kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. I mean, you see what it takes for my hair to stand up. I got a flat iron. I used it's funny today. I was going to post it, but I was like, no. My wife's got all this hairspray. I was like, what is this hairspray? So I was using it, and it was like, I guess it's called like Big and Sexy, right? And I thought it'd be the funniest Instagram, like, oh, my hair's all stuck up. But the ponytail used to hit me in the eyes. My hair was really, really curly. So on Turbo, you could see my hair just like nappy. That's how it was. And before, they wanted to straighten it. So I had to get in makeup before Amy. And I was there at 4 in the morning, like going through makeup and hair. And I'm just like, this is stupid. The girls aren't even here, and I'm here. So just decided to, in Turbo, I was like, I don't want to go to makeup at 4 in the morning because we work from 4 to like 7 o'clock at night or 8. And then it would just repeat. So I was like, I don't want to go. I'll just leave it natural, man. Just let my hair just go natural. And that's kind of what I did. And but yeah, when I cut it, I didn't. At first, I did. I mean, I felt naked at first. You know what I mean? Like people looking at you, it's like, oh my God, look at them, look at me. You know? But I didn't really mind after a while.
Okay. Thanks.
But thank you. And I guess a few more because we gotta. I'm not too sure. Was that like a? We'll do a couple more. We'll do you two, and then you two, and then I'm gonna get back to my table for just a bit, guys, and then I got that VIP at 6:30. If you guys are interested, you can see the guys at the table. It's the promoters thing too. So, right, anyway, I'm kind of lost, but go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for helping to make my childhood awesome. By the way, first off.
Thank you.
Second of all, how trippy was it for you to start seeing people first start dressing up as you and still dressing up as your Green Ranger character to this day?
It's weird because, a lot of people ask me, like, how do I feel, about superheroes and all this other stuff. And it's weird to see that the legacy's living on through you guys, And the only weirdest thing for me was, like, walking in the middle of the night and stubbing my toe, and it was me. I was like, what the heck? And it's like my toy, all over the house and stuff. That was weird, but it makes me feel good to see people dress up. You know what I mean? And I want to get something straight because I don't want people to think that this is an incorrect statement when I say fitness 2013. I'm not talking about being chiseled. I'm not talking about having muscles. I'm talking about just being healthier, just living, a little bit more healthier in what you do. If it's drinking all the time and maybe only on the weekends, if it's smoking all the time, maybe a little bit cut back on it. And I don't mean like, let's get chiseled and let's be Arnold, because we look at that sometimes and think, I'll never do that because I'm never going to look like Arnold. And so we give up on that. But that's not what I mean. Have a little bit more healthier. You let your body, run, jog a little bit. And I promise you, when you do that, you'll feel like a lot better. You'll feel like, oh, man, I've accomplished something today. And then that changes your mood for the whole entire day. And then when your buddy's in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock, let's go get some. Actually, dude, I can't tonight, maybe Friday, but tomorrow I have to run. And then your buddies will be like, what the heck's wrong with you? And maybe it changes their minds a little bit. So when I talk about fitness here, I'm not like, let's get chiseled. I mean, and what I like that is that everyone cosplays, and it doesn't matter if they're chiseled, if they're not. They just love doing what they're doing. I'd love to see that. I love to see the confidence of people. There's like one girl who was like, I didn't really ever want to dress in my suit because I was a little overweight. And I was like, I'm glad you dressed in your suit because people love you. And it makes me happy to see that confidence. We can't hold back from something we love just because of something we think. You know what I mean? And all of us have maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but most of us have low self-esteem in a bit. Most of us are a little wild. Most of us, our friends say you're crazy, psychotic. Unless it's just me up here, I'm not normal. And I think normal is very boring. So we're off a little bit, but I think it makes us unique. It makes us different because I tell my wife and everyone else, you're never going to get a mind like this. This mind is 1 out of a million, baby. Yeah, I know, but anyway, but let's go ahead and I'm going to get a couple insert shots for Facebook, but let's go ahead over here.
Cool. First of all, I just want to say it's cool to meet you. I'm sure I speak for everybody here when I say, everybody grew up with you, watching you. I know me as a little kid from as early as I can remember watching you and stuff, so the character you portrayed, it's really cool to know that you are that person actually, Thank you, man. Just like you say you weren't acting. Yeah. I feel like, I'm really seeing the Green Ranger. Of course.
Well, I built Tommy. Yeah, I kind of built Tommy, and that's when I went back to Dino Thunder. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna come back to the show and help us?" And they're like, "Can you audition?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Audition?" I built Tommy. It was just a G-rated version of me at that time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate it.
So I know a lot of us here think of you as our own superheroes, of course, and all that stuff. And kind of going back to that, if you were ever to be approached for something like that with Marvel or DC, is there any kind of superhero you'd like to play?
Man, I'm so into like developing I just want to I like original stuff. That's why I came out with the Jesus Didn't Tap, because it was so original and it was so controversy that it was just like, and I did it. I represent a lot of UFC fighters. I'd like to build I have in my mind some really cool superheroes that I like to create myself. But there's a lot of superheroes I love to play, but I'm all tatted up, and that's probably won't work, you know. But I mean, I love Wolverine, and I loved all the superheroes you guys did. And I came to Comic-Cons to look around. I didn't know what they were really all about. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll sign some autographs. You know, I was thinking 1 or 2 or whatever, and I'll go look around. And then I just got swamped at Lexington Comic-Con, and I was like, man, you know, there's a lot of people that are into comics, and I wish I had a chance to look around. There's sometimes at cons I'll dress up and then look around as other characters that nobody knows it's me. But yeah, I mean, it all depends. I don't have a perfect superhero in mind to play because I feel like as the role, I don't fit that particular role. But Stan's a good friend of mine, and hopefully he'll create another superhero for me, you know? So,
thanks.
You're welcome. Do you have no more? Okay, a couple crowd shots. Hey, is that Scorpion? Okay, hey, why don't you step up to the mic? Hold up. All you're gonna say is, so do you think you're gonna beat me in the episode of Bat in the Sun? Have you seen Bat in the Sun?
I heard a lot about it.
You heard? All right, so that's what you're gonna say, okay? All right, so it'd be like, hey, Jason, so do you think you're gonna beat me in Bat in the Sun? All right, okay, ready? Hold up.
So, Jason, Green Ranger, you think you're going to beat me in the Battle of the Sun?
So we have Scorpion here. Scorpion? And what was your question? You think to beat you up? As the Green? Would definitely beat you up as the Green. White Ranger? You're going down, man. How do you feel about that?
Not a chance.
Get over here! Ah!
Get over here!
Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the con, guys. I'm going to head back to the table for just a little bit. Listen, there's no pressure at my table. You want to come say hi or whatever, handshakes. I got free stickers there. Just like my Facebook page. Take a look at the new reality show. It's My Morphin Life coming out soon. I'll keep you all updated about that. But more importantly, just be you and be real and let my page be real. If you guys have issues or problems, post it. I think we're all on the same page. I call you all teams. Some people say, why do you call it a team? That's dumb. But that was just one person. Don't worry about him. Anyway, guys, I'll be at the table. Green Ranger photo op tomorrow at whatever time I told you. And VIP, we have a couple tickets left. That VIP will happen at 6:30. And you can see the table for tickets. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.